This is Miranda, and I wanted to share with you my 2025 book goals. This was a tag created by Larry, and I have linked her down below in the description. The first question, how many books am I planning to read this year? I put on Goodreads that I'm going to read 75 books. I typically read over 100 books every year, and usually that's an indication that I am very busy or I'm stressing a little bit about life, and my coping mechanism is to just escape. So I always put my goal lower so that way I can kind of manage and check in, like, am I reading too much, too fast? So I will probably read about 100, even though my goal is 75. Question 2, a book that I'm planning to reread this year. For sure, I'm reading Glow by Raven Kennedy. It's the 4th book in the Plated Prisoner series. I want to finish the last 2, and I know that Gold is the 5th book. It picks up right where Glow left off, and I don't remember how it ended. I also plan to reread all the books in the Bone season. I'm up to date, and I just want to remember all the nuances to prepare for the next installment coming in a couple months. And then after that, another book I want to read is Academy for Liars by Alexis Henderson. I know some people didn't love it. I adored that book. I will reread it several times, probably for the rest of my life. Question 3, is a priority read on your TBR? My entire TBR, about 80 or more books. But for sure, I want to read Bloodmarked by Tracy Deonn. I'm very excited for the last book to come out in a few months. Mirrored Heaven by Rebecca Roanhorse. Yellowface and Babel by R.F. Kuang. Question 4, is an author that you are no longer going to read. I'm going to have to say Adrienne Young. Okay, question 5 is something new you want to read in 2025. I want to get into more dark romance. A few years ago, I did read the Cat and Mouse series. Haunting Adeline was fun. It was a fun read. Hunting Adeline destroyed me. I can't with that one, but I'm excited to read maybe a lighter version of dark romance. Like I really enjoyed Butcher and Blackbird. So one of the books I'm looking forward to reading this year is Lights Out, and I saw that Barnes & Noble was having a really cute paperback edition coming in April, and I am excited to pick that one up. Question 6, a popular book you want to read. So like I mentioned before, Lights Out. I also want to read more books by Carissa Broadbent, and finally Funny Story by Emily Henry. Question 7, most anticipated 2025 book releases. I have a whole video on that I will link below, but I would say, let me look at my notes. We have Scythe and Sparrow, Rebel Witch, Cursebound, which I did order the Fairy Loot special edition, and it's beautiful. I cannot wait. Oathbound, Enchantra, so good. The Undercutting of Rosie and Adam, The Enchanted Greenhouse, and The Bewitching by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. Question 8, a bookish goal for 2025, to read at least 80% of my physically owned TBR, and to post once or twice on this channel a week. Question 9, a book that you own that you probably won't read. And that one I will say A Shadow in the Ember by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Question 10, a series you want to read this year? I have 3. The first one is the Mistborn series. Next is Red Rising, and finally Veronica Speedwell. All of these, I've seen lots of people talk about them on BookTube, and I think I might like them if I sat down and just started reading them. Question 11, your auto-buy authors going into 2025. Alexis Henderson, Sylvia Moreno Garcia, Stephanie Garber, Sarah J. Maas, Stephen Graham Jones, Nick Medina, Rebecca Roanhorse, and Kimberly Lemming. Question 12 is a book to show adaptation that you're excited about this year. I'm really enjoying the Interview with the Vampire as well as the Mayfair Witches. I think those are very well done, but for the most part, if I love a story, I'm not watching the adaptation because I just don't trust that it's going to be done to my expectations. Question 13 is a sequel you are anticipating. Okay, I have to pull out my notes for this because I have several. These sequels don't actually have release dates, but I wish they did. So book 2 of the Watch Hill trilogy by Karen Marie Moning. The first book was The House at Watch Hill. I also really want to read book 2 in The Adventures of Amina El-Sarafi. The next book I'm desperate for is book 3 in The Trail of Lightning by Rebecca Roanhorse. It was her first series that she started, in book 2 ended on a cliffhanger. So I really wish that we would get book 3. And finally, book 3 in the Alex Stern series, where the first one is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. And fine, question 14, bookish things you're leaving behind. So one thing that I want to stop doing is buying a book just because it was released. So I have a problem with buying books that I am desperate for, and I feel like I need them on my shelf. But it's actually causing me stress because I want to read all the books I have on my shelf, but I also want new ones. And I also want to be able to go to the library and pick up just some random book that strikes my interest, or read something on KU that I didn't even know was a thing. And I can't do it. I can't read books that are not on my shelves because I feel guilty. So I'm going to try to stop randomly picking up books just because they sound good or somebody recommended them and now I just need them. Question 15 asks, what can you expect from this account? So I talk a little bit about this in my introduction video, but my goals are to post 1 or 2 bookish videos a week. I would also like to create some creative vlogs where I am doing Legos or some fun, relaxing craft that goes along with whatever I am reading during that week. Do you have any suggestions for me? Please post them down below and let me know what you would like to see. Question 16 asks, how has my reading taste evolved? And I would say that I'm reading more manga than I have in the past. The Ascendance of a Bookworm is one of them that I really enjoyed, as well as The Savior's Book Cafe. Question 17 talks about booktubers who inspire me. So Princess Does, Jan Agaton, and Larry are 3 booktubers that I go to when I need a pick-me-up, when I need to be energized. I like their spirit and the way they go about creating their content. And finally, question 18 is something you would say to anyone wanting to start a Bookish account. Well, I have only done a few videos, so I have tons to learn. But if you want to do this, I say let's just do it together. You can't start something from nothing. We have to just do it one video at a time. So here we are. Let's go. Thank you so much for watching this video. Share below what is one of your bookish goals for 2025. If you like this, you can go to the next one. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.